Hey guys, welcome back to another week where we talk about all things real estate related. Last week we did our monthly market update where we took a look at where the market is today versus this time last year, as well as what it's been doing over the last couple of months, and took a look at what we expect to see in the next couple of months going forward. But today I wanted to shoot this video as a bit of a continuation of it because I did predict that home prices are going to go down, and that is how the market trends are reacting. But we're seeing a lot of panic sellers right now because of what is going on in the media. My phone has been blowing up all week of people wanting to list their homes because they're scared the market's going to crash. What they don't realize is they're actually feeding into their own fears. We know that the market is all dictated around supply and demand. So if you have a huge influx of supply, sellers that don't actually need to sell, who are just scared of the market crashing, you're actually increasing the supply for the buyers out there right now and the sellers that do need to sell. So a seller who is actually needing to sell right now is going to have to significantly drop their price in order to stand out to all the other listings on the market right now. So I want to shoot this video today to talk about some other factors in the market that we don't go through in our monthly market update. Alright, so I said we're going to do this a little bit differently than we did last week on the monthly market update, but we'll still start this week and we'll take a look at a graph that shows the average home prices in Ottawa since 2019. So the average home prices in Ottawa have gone up almost 85% in the last 4 years, actually 56% in the last 3, 24% in the last 2, and 10% in the last year. Alright, so taking a look at this, you can see that the average home has gone up almost 85% in Ottawa since January 2019. It's actually gone up 56% in the last 3 years, 24% in the last 2 years, and 10% in the last year. You also notice that every time the prices spike up, they're followed by a significant drop. So I've talked about this a little bit before in the past, where when the supply is low and we have the bidding wars, we have too few homes and we have so many buyers fighting over these homes. But when they're overpaying for these homes to get the home, then you see the average home price increase, which means that buyers get outpriced to the market. Sellers see this, they increase supply by running to list to take advantage of the market. Then you have more homes available and less buyers who can actually afford them. That's when we start to see home prices come down as buyers have more choices and homes that are similar have to stand out by dropping the price. Now, being in Ottawa, one thing that we have to talk about is the average home price here versus in Toronto and the other surrounding areas in Ontario. The average household income is about the same here and in Toronto, but the average home price is almost double ours. So when people in Ottawa are asking how can people possibly afford these homes, you have to take a look at Toronto and realize that they've been doing this for a lot longer than the pandemic. And while the home prices in Toronto have dipped significantly, we've seen the average home price of Toronto drop almost $200K. That was from $1.35 million in January to about $1.15 today, where the average home price in Ottawa actually sits under $700,000. Another thing we have to consider is the amount of immigration coming to the country. We also have a lot of people in the GTA who can now work from home, who are applying for jobs in Ottawa and looking to move here because it's somewhere that they can afford. Even if Toronto prices continue to go down, Ottawa is a much more affordable alternative. Next, we got to talk about interest rates. The Bank of Canada has increased the interest rate twice this year already by 0.5%. And I saw just yesterday an article that they might even be increasing it by 0.75 soon. Now, the interest rate increase is a serious concern for affordability. The more they raise the rates, the less people are going to be able to afford. There's also many homeowners on variable mortgages that are seeing those increases along with gas prices and food and overall affordability of life who are feeling the squeeze, who also might need to sell. These are valid concerns, and they are definitely going to play a factor of home prices coming down in Ottawa over the next couple of months. So unlike stocks or crypto, which we can see crash 40% in value overnight, we're not going to see the same thing in real estate. Real estate is a real asset that holds value. Everyone needs a roof over their heads, and traditionally when we see the stock market go down, people actually pull their money out of that and invest in safer investments like real estate. Well, interest rate increases, inflation, gas prices, food prices, heading into recession, the stock prices, the crypto market, these are all valid concerns and something that you should be thinking about we also have to take a step back and take a look at all the people waiting for the market to crash. You have to realize how many there are of you. I have so many clients who are looking for a home in 2019 who said, there's no way I'm going to buy now. The market's going to crash. And as we already looked through, the average home price is up 85% since then. I saw a funny meme the other day that said, no matter how high interest rates get, rent is 100% interest. And it's so true. So while we are in very uncertain times, no one can predict the future. If you're looking to buy a home, you have to look at what you can afford. And as home prices come down the next little bit, is this your opportunity? Are you going to wait until they bottom out, or are you going to wait and see them just skyrocket back up like they did last year? And for all my panicked sellers out there who are wanting to rush to the market and sell before it's too late, you guys need to take a breath and realize for a second what's going on. There are so many Canadians out there that can't afford a home. So if you're able to afford your monthly payments and you're not in a position where you need to sell, you need to understand that the old saying stands true. Don't wait to buy real estate and wait. You've already taken advantage of some massive gains. And while we may see the market take a downturn in the short term, it's always going to bounce back. Unless you're in a position where you need to sell, hold off and don't create more panic than we're already seeing in the market. I guess the point of this video today is not to rush to rash decisions. Just a couple months ago, we saw buyers fighting over each other, paying $200,000, $300,000 over asking on homes because that's what everyone else was doing. Now we're starting to see the opposite, where panic sellers are rushing to the market, scared that it's going to crash. I know a lot of sellers that thought the same thing in the beginning of the pandemic, that sold just to see home prices skyrocket. When taking a look at what type of market we're in, we evaluate by how many months of inventory. So how many listings we have versus how many we're selling a month. Right now, we're only at a month and a half of inventory, which is still a seller's market. We're on the way to a balanced market, but we're so far from a buyer's market where we would see 6+ months of inventory. And while we are going to see inventory come up and we are going to see prices come down, we are not ultimately going to see an overnight crash here. And as prices drop too much, we'll see an influx of buyers come back to the market that will stabilize it even more. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and maybe I stopped some people from rushing to decisions that they don't need to make or that they might regret in the long run. As always, guys, if you have any questions, you can always put in the comments below or shoot me a direct message. Thanks again, and I'll see you next week.